Hello and good afternoon, everybody. This is obviously Light Liger here, as always, and today we're going to be jumping into a new investigation again. And the project in question is called Cypherium, and funnily enough, the CEO of Cypherium asked me to do a video on the project, and here's what I'm basically delivering. Not exactly what he was probably expecting, but after I was reached out by him, a couple of days later, I came to possess a lot of sketchy information about the project, which has right now raised a lot of questions in my head. And I want to say that this is a preliminary investigation, so not all the sides of the story have been exactly uncovered, and there are a lot of legit aspects to this project. Some of the partnerships that they have mentioned, I actually did verify that they are working with them. But there's a lot of information also that is very sketchy. So, as I did say last time, this is just me giving the information to you, what I know about the project, and then you can decide what you do with it. And will you be participating on the ICO, which is happening on September 16th. So let's get started with Cypherium. So first of all, what is this project? So this is its own blockchain, and they are working with a lot of big people, and basically this includes IBM, IC3, Amazon, Cloud Services, Faster Payments Council, Bloxroot Labs, which I confirmed, Digital Money Institute, Google Cloud, and many others. And they have been featured in NASDAQ, where the actual CEO, spoke and everything. A lot of these aspects are very legit. But I want to remind people that the OneCoin co-founder actually, he spoke at the World Economic Conference, so scammers can get into high places. It's unlikely, but it's possible. So the biggest question mark comes from the actual initial investigation, which we're going to be starting with here, because the project actually started in already prior 2018, and they were promising to launch the mainnet Q4 of 2018, and we are soon at, we're actually right now in Q4 of 2020. So there are big questions regarding why exactly the project is not out. And yes, delays can happen, but yeah, let's people decide what they think about. So first of all, some of these people have LinkedIn profiles, some of them do not, and I do know that this person, SkyQuo, that is the person that I've been talking about, he is the founder of this project, and his LinkedIn profile is indeed actually legit, and this is his real face because I was able to verify that from the actual pictures. And the first thing we have here is the actual registered company, which is in Hong Kong. So that was the initial registrant place, but if we go actually to the website and to the bottom, now it's registered at New York. Why did they change that place of registration over the years? Maybe there are always good reasons to do that. Sometimes maybe it's legislative things or something. But New York is not crypto friendly. They have one of the worst crypto laws in anywhere. Yeah, it's really hard to obtain that very expensive license, which a lot of exchanges have not done. And they have moved out of New York, actually, in matter of fact, because New York is so behind in these things. And there's a lot of ridiculous laws. There's a CryptoVisor has done a lot of good videos about on the New York, whole subject. Look into that if you're interested. So one of the things that was pointed out first in the GitHub was actually the founder members having another family member, presumably part of the actual company. And there, Sky basically says that I don't have to reveal any personal relationships between the founding members of the company because the law is not requiring me to do so. That is interesting because also the co-founder Nate Ren and Zolomon Zhang are not shareholders of the company. Why is that exactly? Remains to be seen. And I mean, it doesn't really hurt to be transparent. I mean, you already have revealed that this is the person of holding some of the shares Why just not disclose that this is a family member? Okay, what's there to hide? Because the name is already registered. And then they also talked about why is not the pre-sale done via smart contract, and then they say, well, Cypherium is not an ERC20 token, it's not issued on Ethereum network, and then later on they say IOUs that can be traded on exchanges. And IOUs are basically, well, they are ERC20 tokens which represent the value in the upcoming blockchain. So another very sketchy thing, and this is says tokens will be distributed Cypherium wallet after mainnet launch Q2 of 2018. And as we said, still the main chain is not available. And then there's about the GitHub being private. Right now it is public. In terms of the activity of the GitHub, I guess we could take a quick look at it. There has been some activity like 3 days ago, 6 hours ago. Then it was in July 24th, then in May. So there's a lot of inactivity periods. Look at that. So in 2019, there was no updates on the GitHub. Imagine, for a full year, no updates, okay? And then a lot of 2018 also, kind of like, this is the yellow paper. So I guess that's the... so a bit questionable there on the actual side of the GitHub postings, but that's another thing. And there's the prototype. I'm not sure is this available right now, so somebody else can confirm that. Then there's the tokenomics, and the tokenomics about this project are alone very sketchy because so much is going into the actual team, and there is a better picture which we're going to be looking into a second regarding that. And this is basically the GitHub ICO check IO basically look into it. So some parts are looking good, some are not. So let's move into, there's the actual pages. So I believe the page 31 and 31st, so a lot of it is going into institutional investors, Blockfolio, Pantera, and Qtum. But imagine like 22% team reserve, marketing goes 8%, operations 12%. What is that? And 28% for treasury for future use. So only the pre-sale was 5%, and the public sale, which will be commencing, is actually 4%. So, and here it says 5,000 USDT minimum. This is the pre-sale, by the way. $250 is the current ICO price on the public sale. So, it's interesting, and a lot of, in terms of the whole tokenomics, if we even like ignore everything that we know about this project, all about the actual token allocation looks very good for dumping the tokens to the market. So I'm not a big fan of that. Then there's a post about people being banned from Telegram, asking questions. This goes back into 2018, and basically this cites into the GitHub article we just looked at. And then we are going to be looking into the actual page on Medium, and this basically shows out the actual mainnet launch here, which was promised to be in 2018, but actually in reality, as we have seen, it's not. It didn't launch in 2018, and it's going to be launching, I don't know when. It's not available yet. And here is the post about September 16 sale, which was postponed 2 days. Not really sure. The purchases are done on BTC and Ethereum, which is very normal. Sometimes you have stable coins available there as a purchase payments as well. It does require a KYC, which I'm not a really big fan of. And it's done by a company called Tokensoft, and I don't know much about it. Seems legit, and they seem to be working with New York and SEC and stuff like that. So I guess that's legit. But here, where we kind of get interesting here, which was one of the first red signals for the project, was this airdrop, okay? And this is hosted by Airdrops.io, which I've talked about on many Airdrops videos. And they are talking about this Telegram bot. And actually, I asked about Sky about this, and he says, I asked him, is this Telegram bot real? He says, I don't know, we'll check. Then he confirms it is our bot. And then he says, might be posted by some community member. And community members don't have access to your bots. So what the hell is going on there in that sense? So then I asked, so it's fake? And then he didn't reply to that. Then I went to ask Airdrops.io, like, who was the person that submitted this airdrop to your website? Was it a paid listing or third party? And they said, sorry, but we don't make our deal flow and processes public. And I asked Airdrops.io that, hey, maybe you want to be transparent about this because I'm investigating this. And what it looks for me, they are colluding on this thing right now, or they're just playing ignorant. I don't know. And when you actually talk with this bot, you open it up, and here you can see it's not working. It's not working. This is not even a functioning, airdrop right now. And that is very sketchy in my opinion, because Sky already admitted it's official. But yeah, moving on. Then what else we were supposed to watch? Yeah. So I also went through a lot of these companies that were working. So as I said, Bloxroot was confirmed. I emailed that one is actually not included on this picture. Didn't get anything back. I also found out the IBM partnership. It's actually listed here. But this has also the old information from Hong Kong. And I don't know if they're longer working with them. This was last modified in May 7th, 2019. What is this, validation exactly? Is this a real partnership? I don't know. What does it mean by IBM standards? What is the partnership? Are they just vetting it or something? But here also, this is the original email that I got from them. Here he says they're New York based. Why did they move from Hong Kong? And I also went through all of these partners that they had on Twitter. None of the Twitter accounts of IBM, Amazon, Bloxroot Club, Bloxroot Labs, anything. Nobody were following the Cypherium chain on Twitter. So I don't know if all of those partnerships are actually real. So my verdict here is that something shady is happening. Why there was such a big gap in development and also the GitHub posts, and why was this initially supposed to launch on 2018 and got delayed 2 goddamn years. Okay, 2 goddamn years. But as I said in the beginning, I don't think the information here is super conclusive about anything. So we have to see where this goes and what's going to be unveiled after. But I'm not going to be planning to endorse this project or promoting it in the future. If it's actually the real deal, it has a lot of potential to succeed in space. But yeah, I don't think that, in terms of the shareholder company stuff and all things considered, I don't think that was transparent enough and kind of sketchy in my opinion. And I don't really trust a lot of Chinese projects because they are the masters of scams really in this space. So yeah, there's that. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more investigations in the future. One is kind of open right now, but there's nothing really to be found. And we're obviously looking forward to see what Unitrade is doing and Falcon Swap. Obviously, these investigations are done freely and all types of donations are accepted. I'm going to leave my Monero link here and Ethereum links in case people want to contribute that way into the future investigations. More donations means more resources and more time that I can allocate into looking into other projects. If you have any intel about other possible scams or sketchy things, direct message me in Twitter or join my official Telegram group and provide me information there. That is one of the best ways, or Discord. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time on the next video. Cheers.